My mama gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga gonna do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah. But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see shit doing.
Right, it's about to get worse.
Dion already doing that. We all saw what we saw. You know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's all
when you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like, get off of me. Get off of me. Get off me. No, don't touch me. Was it worth the $30,000? Now? In the moment.
In that moment.
He was up. You remember? Was it bingo night? Or was it? 44. You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But I'm going to keep it high level. This is going to just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. This whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is, I am undefeated in me playing basketball, and I just want to line up. He's getting up. And show, yeah, we doing this for real. This is what I did. I want to go rebound.
This one?
Cut that up, baby. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. I know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear from a player because they played the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
Well, you think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail. Okay, you know what, big dog? Yes. I'm light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now. Let's get
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it. Bwah, 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 bwah. What's cracking like a mackin' from the jack into the back end? Oh, let me center myself. Let me clear my throat. Oh, my God, one of the best moments in hip-hop. Kick it over here, baby pop. Oh, what y'all up to? Y'all know what it is. It's the same old drama. Different name, same game. God dang. It's crazy. We got to get into these conspiracies because it's getting real out here. Let's just say I want to hear from the source himself. What happened in Baltimore with my man Maxx Crosby? That's crazy. I got to hear, so we about to go there right now. Conspiracy theories and shadiness is going to get exposed. We also going to talk about Bam, Bam, Bam. God, Bam. Everybody's hating on Bam's game. So it's crazy because we're going to expose those haters, every level of it. Go deeper. Tom Brady, why he hates the Patriots, and Bob Kraft, because we all saw the Super Bowl. He wasn't even rooting for the Patriots. It was like, I know you're the owner of the Raiders, but let's not act like you didn't play there for 2 decades. We're going to have to get real with that. Ronda Rousey goes in on the UFC again, but deeper. We got to go there. Charles Barkley and Candace Parker warns the WNBA, y'all better do this or else these negotiations are getting funky over there. Randy Moss talks about when he knew he was a football player, not a basketball player, something I always talk about. And let's talk about life a little bit. What makes men happy versus women? A little different, ain't it? A lot different. Let's go. Let's talk this conspiracy, partner.
What do you kind of say to that speculation?
I mean, I understand it. You know, I understand it. We live in that age of skepticism and people question, especially people that don't really know me or know the Ravens culture and the Ravens organization. So I understand it.
Now, this looks like somebody who knows some football. Looks like he knows everything about all things, right? Like, I mean, he got a little bit of a patient look, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you all right? Everything good? Military look, a little bit like, But he's always been heartfelt to me. I've never had an issue. The radar didn't go off for Eric DeCosta. Let's just say that. But now we got to go deep on you, big dog, so you are going to be the patient.
As I said at the beginning, we've got a responsibility. I've got a responsibility to the Ravens, to this community, to our fans, and to Steve Bisciotti to do what we think is best for the club. And my radar went off with that one. We always got to do what's best for the club, which includes get the information early, especially when it's a big deal. So there's been enough reports out there from smart people just like him. He looks smart. Adam Silver's cousin, a little bigger than him, but you know what I mean? You can see it, the semblance. So point being, look, Eric, don't tell me now you're protecting your people when you always protecting your people. Why are you overstating that right now in this moment? Because you know maybe, just maybe, need to see his hands because they got caught in a cookie jar. That's what we always try to do. Every decision we make is based on this idea. Is this the best thing for the Ravens? Very, very challenging. Again, I understand how people might maybe from afar would feel that way, but nobody's more upset about this than me. Gutted by it, actually. And so...
That didn't land. And no one more excited. You gotta say something. How you gutted by it, but you just gonna keep it bland. Like, come on, man. You gotta give me some emotional context. Okay? You know what that means? That means take me into how you felt. Don't just tell me how you felt. Oh, real girl, I really love you. Pass the butter. You know what I mean? No, you can't do that. You gotta show her why you love her. Come on.
A big regret for me. But we will move on as a football team, and I think there's many, many opportunities for us.
Hold on, we already moved on. We ain't even finished this shit yet. This man like, hey, nah, this ain't the press conference. You know what it is? This is when you know you sitting on something and you sitting on them rocks and you got to try to hide it. At the same time, you don't want to go anywhere because you're like, man, I am guilty. Real spit. You ever been guilty? You don't say jack. You be like, huh? That's why hung comes. That's where hung comes from. Guilty. What? Huh?
Us to grow as a team, to become a better team, to build a roster, and to be the team that we want to be.
Oh, hell, I'm gonna leave it right here. Hell no. We don't start it off on the wrong foot. You gotta understand the whole world is talking about your team, and not in a positive way. And you come out and your fire extinguisher is, this guts me. I got to do what's best for the Ravens. Sound like you did. But what was best for Maxx Crosby? What was best for the game? What was best for the NFL? What was best for the integrity? Integrity? I want to know what the hell happened. It's shadiness going on. Don't be acting like you just don't know. Address the rumors. Refute some of the things you've heard. Don't just say, all right, yeah, we know skepticism. It runs rampant. No, excuse me, get specific, shall we?
What can you tell us today that we didn't know yesterday about this Maxx Crosby situation?
Is she getting dressed right now? Fresh. Okay, let me tell you what I know today before she tells us what she knows today. I know that Maxx Crosby's been around the world. I know it got to feel weird. Remember the dude for the Lakers? And that was like a rookie, though.
got traded to Charlotte and got traded right back to the Lakers. Your mind you got to put your mind around all these new things. And Maxx Crosby was even taking us through it in real time. Maxx Crosby was like, all right, Baltimore, I'm new here, but hey, I'm down and I'm not going to make no crazy proclamations, but let's go. And, I'm going to give you my all. Just tell me what's up. And then you literally do all of that. And somebody tap you on the shoulder and be like, you ready to go? And you're like, well, go where? The plane is fueled up. Let's go. Where we going? Back to Vegas, baby. And you know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I know Maxx Crosby's head got to be spinning. That's part one.
Well, we're still learning lots of facts as this has been really the biggest story in sports because you just don't see this a lot. And from what I gathered over the last 12 hours, we'll call it 14 hours now, Maxx Crosby was in Baltimore for a physical. Right? The Baltimore Ravens had done their research. They've done their work on his medicals. All teams.
Ooh, we got to stop there because this stuff will go right by us and we won't take knowledge. We got to take account. They did their medicals already. Ooh, girl, talking.
Do that. In fact, other teams that were trying to trade for Maxx had conversations with his surgeon. They had conversations with the Raiders doctors to basically try to get an idea of where Max's knee was at. So Baltimore knew the exact timeline of where Maxx was at in terms of the return and the rehab process. And
yes, relevant point. And also relevant point. I got to watch Alpha Blocks again. He is 8 weeks from a meniscus surgery that they said was a little more gangster than he wanted it to be. A little more gangster than they thought and anticipated it to be. So all that little Maxx Crosby at the end of the year, should we shut him down or not? Yeah, the Raiders are right. Not Maxx Crosby, the Raiders were right. Sit down. Sit your ass down. Why? Because our sis. 1, 2, your knee messed up. 3, hey, we gonna get Fernando Mendoza out of this. So they had that little civil war that everyone said and ran with, like, oh, that's the reason why Maxx Crosby demanded the trade. There's other reasons. But at the same time, that was a bad PR mission for the Raiders, and they were in the right. Sit down. So now, if you're doing his medical evals, the last thing you should say 8 weeks from that gangsta-ass surgery is, oh, guess what? We need to know where you are right now. It ain't where I'm at. It's where I'm going to be. You know this knee going to get right, or do you?
6 months appears to be kind of like the timeline of when he could be a full go. And so when he went in for his physical, from what I've learned, things just seemed really off in the building all day.
People always say that after the fact. Coach, tell me we're going to lose before we play, okay? Since you want to say, yeah, you know what, we sitting here after the game, they sitting there at the podium, coach like, yeah, we had a good work week of practice, but today, guys were I could just smell it, I could just feel it. They just weren't the same. Shut up. He going to use the results to try to tell me the mood. If Maxx Crosby wasn't traded, nobody ever is going to have this story. You know that Maxx Crosby, when he got to Baltimore, was a little off in the mood. So it's revisionist history, and we always do this. We always do this simple complexity, which is, hey, you know what? You could tell. You could really tell.
That something wasn't right.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And he had his physical, and the Ravens doctors looked at the MRI, and then they had 4 or 5 independent doctors take a look at it as well.
Okay, once again, don't blame me. I just got the slow motion button and the pause button here. Didn't she just say they already did their evals and their medicals? Didn't she? I mean, of course, they signed them to this big deal. So what we doing right now? Are we looking at it right now? We're going to do another MRI. Our MRI machine is different than the one in Vegas, homie. You know what I'm saying? Y'all MRI over there all high class, all sedity and stuff. Don't be looking all deep into it. We got this Baltimore one. We got the wire. Our MRI go deep. Okay, so it's going to show you what? That you don't already know. That's the key. Stop acting. I could keep testing you, but I already know how smart you are. I already know what you know and don't know because I already tested you. No?
And together they made the decision that this trade was not worth it based on what they discovered in his knee. And I think the way they view it is in the short term, Maxx would be fine. For 27, he would have been okay.
27? I guess they call this season coming up 27. Yeah, I guess, because of the Super Bowl. God dang. What? Somebody gonna tell me my knee gonna be fine for 8 more months or something? The conspiracy against Maxx is as crazy as a conspiracy for Maxx. This don't add up. For real, be real. This ain't adding up any type of logical way.
Long term was their hang up. And that was the problem. And that's when they made the decision and they sat Maxx Crosby down in their offices and said, look, thank you for flying out here. Thank you for saying your farewell goodbye. Not sure if we're going to, we're doing the right thing here, but we believe we are. And this trade is off the table. So now Maxx is back in the facility today. He's under contract with the Raiders. He's doing what he does all the time, which is work out and try to get that knee ready to go. And I think there's a good chance that Maxx Crosby is a Raider for 2027.
Wow. That's how it went down? Damn, that's crazy. The way you imagine things and then how that maps on to reality. Usually not neatly. Usually it's not beautiful, right? What you imagine usually is not exactly what you're going to go through and deal with, right? You think of it and you imagine it, you visualize it, it looks way better. Kind of like Maxx Crosby tattoo. Like that's how I thought my tattoos was going to look when I got them done. I'm too dark for all that, so shit don't look that fresh. But the point is, now, some of my homegirl asked me last night, she said, you got tattoos? And I said, yeah, right here. And she's like, oh. They look a mess. And that's how Maxx Crosby's reality looked in Baltimore, a mess. Because you know why? They gonna get here, and this plausible deniability, this is an exit ramp that every organization could use forever against a player. Oh, we took another look at your scans, and guess what? You look fine in the short term, but there's some degenerative wear and tear that we're really concerned about, to the point that I would hate to do this and say this, but we must rescind our trade offer. Now, why is that an exit ramp? Because everybody is around there colliding with each other. And everyone's future is going to look darker than their present. Like everybody. But look, I'm not looking at the scans as well. Maybe Maxx Crosby's is pretty obvious because they can tell chronic use. I've had a ton of scans lately because of my hip. They can tell narrowing, as they call it, narrowing. That means you losing some of that bone gap. But the bone and cartilage is starting to go away. So now that bone is starting to touch that other bone, and then you end up being bone on bone. And anybody who's ever been bone on bone understands that's not the place to be. It doesn't feel good. Bone on bone, it's cartilage is key. So maybe it's that. He's narrowing, arthritic. They can show that. I've seen some of my images before. You're like, damn, why does it look like it's a lightning storm? They're like, yeah, it's supposed to be all smooth in one color. That's not it. Yeah. So they can tell if you're arthritic. They can tell the narrowing. They can even make projections on it. I give it to you like this. My surgeon, Dr. Jason Snibby, shout out to my homeboy and my surgeon. He told me 5 years ago, he said, I see you in 3 to 5 years. I said, why? He was like, trust me. At that time, I wasn't bone on bone. At that time, it was narrowing, but it wasn't closed. At that time, I still had cartilage. I just had surgery 3 months ago. Continue.
I just wonder if there was buyer remorse with this, Diana, where the Ravens don't give up draft picks. They don't draft in the top 15. Now all of a sudden you're giving up 2. Maybe you realize, we could get Trey Hendrickson and not give up all of this. I don't mean to be cynical about the medical staff.
You're not being
here.
cynical. This thing stinks. What are you talking about? You're spot on. There's 100% shadiness going down right now.
Yeah, that's a quote. She's like, without a doubt, fully, the Ravens took that exit ramp that everybody could take, but we know that exit ramp says BS. Exit 101, BS. And they took it. Now, why did they take it? I'm certain they were like, dog, what are we doing? Isaiah Likely and others, the center, Tyler Lindenbaum, he's out here in charge. Like, I would just butcher his last name. Everybody gone. Everybody gone. They lost linebacker. Everybody gone. And we usually don't give up much to do anything, let alone when people are gone. We just restructured Lamar's contract. What the hell are we doing? Don't act like you ain't never woke up the next day and be like, oh, hell no. Yeah, you went there. Yeah, look at her now. Oh, my God. Ugh. She probably thinking the same, too, but she ain't going to say it, but you are.
And the reason why I say that so firmly is because I've had so many conversations with people around football who understand where Maxx is at with his knee. Yeah. Nothing was surprising. And this trade wasn't really about what Maxx was going to be able to do for the Baltimore Ravens in 2030, 2029, right? This is about 2027. So let's just say they look at this MRI and the knee is a disaster compared to the way you projected it to be, because teams do that too. I had a general manager this morning explain to me, just going through their process of what they do. And team doctors do this. They go, okay, this is what the knee looks like. This is what we're giving it in terms of length, when it will be.
Whoa, wait, just what? Pause, lady, pause, Diana. This is what we give it in terms of length. But I know what she's saying. She's saying, like, look, they did a prognosis. I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense. You can do all of this digitally. You can do all this by proxy. You can do all this far away. You could be in Baltimore and do this while they're in Vegas. You can say, don't get on that flight. You can say, don't sign that contract. Don't say, we ain't offering that contract. You could do all of that. Instead, you say, gas up old Betsy. Let's go. You drive all the way down this road, and then you want to get off on this exit.
Come a problem when this will bubble up. And the Baltimore Ravens had that information. And for them, they didn't feel that this knee would hold up for the long term. So I just think with the Trey Hendrickson situation out there and him holding off, waiting for the numbers that he was looking for, I think the Baltimore Ravens, who already did a move that they don't normally do. You've got to have a certain type of philosophy and stomach to give away 2 first-round picks for a soon-to-be 29-year-old pass rusher. And I think after the last few days, they sat there and go, you know what? We lost 8 players to the New York Giants. We lost Tyler Linderbaum. Like, we need more. And they made the decision to go aggressive. And they were able to secure Trey Hendrickson last night.
And not just secure him. Blah, blah, blah. Man, old Reliable came through. You over there with her, you trying to take her out, and then she say something in that day, it's going beautiful. You like, I love you. Oh, this is fresh. You sitting there playing it cool. You're like, tonight's the night. This is it. We about to do this. I'm about to bend my knee. I'm gonna bend my knee for this girl. She fresh. She dropped one statement or she like, ooh, I'll be right back. And that phone is still on and it's glowing. And you look, you're like, what's this? That phone light up and it say, him with a cucumber on it. That's when the phone ring, it go, him, cucumber. And you're like, I ain't calling her. Oh, Reliable, where you at? Like, immediately you like, I ain't been in no need for this little heifer. She done stained your brain, right? She come back from the bathroom, I was like, oh my God, this has been the best night. That's how we've been to get. I don't trust nobody. They didn't trust his knee now. It's because they didn't trust that they should have gave up 2 first rounds for anybody. Anybody out there. Lawrence Taylor, Bruce Smith. Like, nope. Young 22-year-old versions. Nope, we shouldn't have done it because that's not who we are. That's not what we do. And it's crazy. So now what do you do? What do you do when you want to get with them in the crew? Well, beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. We're going to come back to this topic a little bit later, a little deeper, a little more conspiracy on Maxx Crosby. We definitely going to talk about Tom Brady hating on the Patriots and Bob Kraft. I can't believe that, but it's a real story out there. Ronda Rousey going in on the UFC. Dana White, you better duck. Charles Barkley and Candace Parker telling us, say, hey, women, WNBAs. Hey, what's up with you WNBA girls? Y'all better get y'all stuff together because y'all messing up. Hey, ladies. ladies. Randy Moss talking about football versus basketball. It's a different animal. And what makes men happy versus what makes women happy. A little sociology. The Love Doctor's back. Shout out to Dan Lebitard. He used to call me the Love Doctor. And yeah, I could break it down. So let's now talk about this. Spoelstra. Everybody want to know, why in the hell is Bam the guy that gets 83 points? Like, it's one thing to get 83 points and be the second highest scorer in NBA history in one game. But Bam? Really? That's what we doing? Oh, my God. And for all you haters out there, let me just say this before I forget. Y'all mad he got 83 points, and y'all can't even get 83 points down the street. You can't go to LA Fitness. You can't go to the damn gym and get run and get 83. And y'all talking about him in the NBA getting 83? Y'all need to sit down. Talk to him, Spoel.
How surreal is it? You've been through LeBron's big game, Dwayne some great shots. What was it like, if you could sort of take us inside from someone who's been here for 3 decades, just to be part of something like that? Are you a fan, or
yes.
What's it like?
Tonight, in that...
He can't even talk right now. He's like, that's a dumbass question. Am I a fan? I'm a coach of a guy who just scored the second most points in one game. Oh, no, I ain't a fan. Oh, whatever. Like... Remember when they had that controversy with the old black lady down in Jacksonville? She's like, baby, just play and just coach. And, next year going to come. It's okay, baby. We lost. It's all right. Ain't the end of the world, sugar. And everybody lit her up. What's she doing in a room full of journalists? Listen to the room full of journalists. They don't know what they doing in there.
Last 6 minutes of the third quarter and the entire fourth quarter, I felt like a fan. I wanted to make sure I did my job to be able to, help, if we could. But this one just came out of nowhere. When you say...
They always come out of nowhere. You don't wake up and say, you know what, the dog? Hey, Bam, what you eating right now? Oh, man, same old. Bacon and eggs. You always eating bacon and eggs way late. We play in like 3 hours. It's 4:30, dog. Why are you eating bacon and eggs in the middle of the afternoon? Oh, man, that's why I like breakfast of champions, right? Oh, what you going to do today? We got Washington. What you thinking, homie? Oh, shoot, I'm about to drop 83 on these... It always come out of nowhere. 83?
You want to be a part of, these moments, things that you'll remember, a group, to remember. And usually it happens in the playoffs. This one just kind of snuck up on us. And it snuck up on all of us. Once it just kept on going, then we knew we possibly could be part of something really special. Didn't really think it would necessarily be historic until he got close to 70. Then at that point, of course, we're all fans and historians of the game. You start, talking about what Kobe got, and it was only, 12, 14 points away from getting to that point. So,
yeah, and that's the third rail right there. First of all, if you my coach and you can sniff, I don't care how far away it is in the neighborhood, a record for me, you better play me. Ooh, play me like a piano. Like, come on now. Put it out there. Let me go. Let me go. You know how hard it is to even want to get a record and ever get close to it. Everybody can wake up every single day. I'm going for the record. I'm going for the record. And don't get close to it. He is that close to it. There should be no conversation, no reservation. Go get it. Spoel should have been like grabbing pieces of paper and just writing down 70, 72, like Wilt Chamberlain, just writing it down like, we going for it. But we live in this weird-ass world where the haters are louder. So what are you doing? Why are you trying so hard to break a record? They got that. It's the same thing they do to LeBron every day. What is he doing still playing at 41, 42, breaking records? You can't break a record down the street on Slauson. And you talk about this dude, you can't break the Crenshaw record, and you talking about this dude, he at the highest level, partner. That's part one. Part two is that third rail is Kobe Bryant and his legacy and his cult. Them Kobe stands, you did what, Kobe? What you mean? Kobe broke a record? No, he got close. He was second to Wilt. It ain't your record. Like everybody like, well, but this Kobe's record. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Then you're just, you're caught up in the moment like everybody else, and I didn't want to get in the way of the moment. Right? Like I wanted to draw up some ATOs to help, but I also didn't want to get in the way, and I damn for sure was not going to take him out. The only thing I wanted to do for sure is at some point is get him out so he could enjoy this historic moment with the fans, and the fans could share, and then we can create a little bit of a buzz for this last 6 weeks going into the playoffs.
Blah, blah, blah. How are we living in a world where going for a record, oh man, he may beat Usain Bolt's record. You mean he gonna run that fast? Oh man, don't you dare try to make him run that fast. He is getting close to a record. He didn't get the record, it's 100. But at the same time, we like, damn, what world do we live in where we talking trash to that dude? Like, we really live in a world where people are like, I don't know about that. I don't know about the way he did it. I don't care how you do it. Put it this way. Put me out there in the NBA, any game ever. And I don't care how you do it. There's no chance in the world I'm scoring 83 points. I'm lucky to get 8 points. I'm lucky to get the 3. Dog, you can't fake it. That ball goes in bucket. You can say, oh, that was a lucky shot. It ain't 83 points of it. Hell wrong with these people. Talk deeper about it. Come on, Legs.
It's so far in the past, 81 to me was the real mark of, okay, that's the attainable number. That's what's familiar to today's game. And
this is the problem. What you mean it's the real number? If I'm Wilt Chamberlain in my legacy, like Kobe in his legacy, I'm smacking you upside the head. I don't know what you can do from the other side, but I would do it. God be like, we're not supposed to cross over in consciousness. He's like, I'm about to go get that dude. What you talking about the real number? The real number is my record. So it's not Usain Bolt's world record, right? What is it? Ben Johnson's? Carl Lewis's? That ain't, what you mean a real number? Now was the one attainable for our generation. You mean you don't know enough about sports to count it all? Oh my God.
Now that it's 83, it is weird. It is weird that the new mark has been set. It's been set by Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, I mean, and just the stat line.
By the way, 140-point game prior to last night.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
He had 41.
How many you have scored? Skip Bayless? I don't like this dude already. And you know me. I'm just talking about what he's talking about. I know what that is. I've been there. Come on, man. Give it to him, Legs. See, Legs being a nice interview. Don't be a nice interview. Be like, wait. First of all, the record's 100. Second of all, what 83 don't sound good to you? Nobody asked you. I don't give a damn if I've never done it before. I did it this time.
Man, I would have thought a handful.
Yeah.
I would have thought a
You
handful.
overestimated it when you said 10.
Wow,
He had
man.
1.
Okay, it's only 1, and then it goes for 83. So, look, it's an unusual. I watched the entire Kobe game when it was happening. I just happened to be at home that night, and it wasn't like I was any particular interest in that game with the Raptors. I just said, oh, you know what? I'm going to watch the Lakers tonight. And
he usually in them streets, it sounded like he said, I was just at home that time by myself.
Watched the entire game. And I was like in a state of shock as the numbers kept climbing. And I was watching the Raptors, and they were still like, he's up now. He's like north of 60. And they're still like basically trying to defend him like straight up or like, not doing anything special on the ball screen. And I was like, wow, man, I'm not going to adjust to this at all. But it was, for the most part, in the flow of what looked like normal basketball.
We on lost legs for this argument. Because normal basketball is what? I hear now 3-point shooting is not normal basketball. Too many threes. Okay, now I'm hearing a guy scoring too many points. That's not normal basketball. Too many free throws. It's always too many. What is the perfect number? With your normal sounding ass people. Not you, Legs. Everybody else. Everybody, that's too much. Too much of what? There's an opponent out there. You noticed that, right? You notice him? The people with the other color. What you talking about?
You come down, you run some offense, you score. The last few minutes of this game was far from normal basketball.
Yeah.
Like what had to happen. I felt actually bad for Spoelstra because I have so much respect for Eric Spoelstra that his obligation, I really felt like in that moment was to this player.
Not every other moment, Legs. Your obligation. When is your obligation to anybody else? Go. I'm waiting.
Boy, I'm never stopping this show. I don't give a damn if I turn into like Tom Cruise meets Pat McAfee meets like, Mr. Beast. I don't give a damn. I'm like, look, in my contract, I got to do this show at 5 in the morning. You know why? Because people be saying crazy stuff. Even smart people can sound crazy. Legs is it. He is a smart dude. He just said, I think in that moment, his obligation was to him. What? What's your other obligations? To the game? What? You my coach. We know the game. You better look out for me.
Like, this got out of hand, and now we really genuinely have a chance to get a 75, 80-point game. I've got to let this guy have every chance to do it because I owe it to Bam, because he loves Bam that much, and what he has personified. This guy works. He's a defender. He's a great teammate. He's a leader. You name it. He represents all of that, and I do think that put Erik Spoelstra in this position where he had no choice but to let this try to happen.
Wow, so this is telling. Think about this. This means there are times where Legs has experienced it or seen it or knows this, where our coach is like, oh, this boy hot tonight. Sit his ass down. For what? You're not trying to win the game, coach? Oh, no. We in, this tank mode over there, or they tanking, or I don't know. Or I don't like him. Nah, don't let him shine tonight. He need to learn a lesson. That's the game we playing? That's how we really play? Oh, this is dirty. Oh, I feel bad.
Even though it went against everything he believes in, probably the way that game is being played. With the fouling that was taking place on the part of the Heat to get the ball back, to have more possessions, like that was kind of strange. Like that didn't happen in the Kobe game.
Respectfully. Too bad for Kobe. Like, what you doing? Like, coach, if I got 81 and they making it hard for us and you ain't making it easy for us, you're doing some bad coaching right now. Let me get this other 19. Let me tie the record at least. Instead of everybody walking around here like, Kobe got the real record. No, he don't. Got the fake record. He's second place. What y'all doing?
So that's like going out of their way to try to make sure of it. And then the Wizards, they started fouling other guys on the Heat to try to prevent Bam from getting to
Which
the
I
line.
also loved, by the way. I kind of love that. I mean, the Wizards, who obviously are a tanking team. Hold on. I like it because there's a little pride to, we don't want to get clouded.
With you. I couldn't disagree with you more.
Why?
Because if you didn't think of that before he got 70, now the game's out of reach, and that's your concern? Like, no. You know what? No. I'm putting my foot down. This guy's got 75. There's no way he's getting 81.
Nobody scores more than 7.
Nah. Blah, blah, blah. All right, now they get into a little lighter conversation and joking it out. I could joke with y'all too. Don't do that. When Bam has 10, you're not sitting there like, he about to break the record today. When he has 20, you're not, he about to break the record today. When he has 30, you're like, yo, Bam on one today. When he gets 40, you're like, dog, has he ever scored over 40? The guy just said one time, all right. When he got 50, you like, hey, come here, y'all. Just letting y'all know, I don't know what's happening over there, but it's kind of weird. Like, you can wake up late, like everybody does it on a normal Wednesday. You can wake up late like, wait a minute. Wake up, jumped out my bed. I'm in a 2-man cell with my homie Lil Half Dead. And you looking around like, Bam is the case that they gave me? Like, he got what, 66? Dog, you can't even believe your lying eyes sometimes. I've been in games before where, especially when it's stereotypical, I'm looking at that little old dude, his calves all small and low. His ankles is fat. And I'm looking at him. He ain't got no wristbands on. I'm just staring at him. I'm like, he look a mess. He like a bum. He look whack. He looks sorry. This is what you got to do in sports. I'm just trying to tell you. If you didn't judge and look at players and just undress them, part of the reason why you didn't go to your highest level. I tell these kids right now, I'm like, 2 things your parents are lying to you about. 1, competition. No, we competing. Don't turn the score off. I told you we beat a team 74-0 last week. Now we got the championship game. I'm like, y'all should have saved some of them points, but we'll see. But the other thing is, beyond competition, judgment. I'm looking at you right now. Every time we have a transition, you don't run. Guess what? I tell them like this. I said, guess what I'm about to do? Put you on the bench because you're lazy. Yeah, you're lazy. I'm not lazy. I don't want to hear it. I want to see it. Show me. Next time we get a rebound, go. I had a kid did do this. 6 possessions in a row, he walked. The 7th one, he went like this. He took off. I was like, that's why you got to do it. You got to confront these kids. What the hell they doing? You trying to tell me in this moment that ain't it? Oh, I really don't like. I woke up and then I look around and all of a sudden, Bam has 60. And then I put my foot down. Yeah, you wake up late. I judged cats, and then that cat went out there and lit us up. You be like, ooh, I was wrong. You can't even believe it. You thinking Bam can't. The whole game you thinking Bam can't. Bam can't. Bam did. Bam, bam. 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 83. I can't believe this. But you know what I can't believe? Not only was this a big story full of hate, but my homegirl told me this also. I'm glad I went out. Shout out to Morettas. That's my homie. We always talk deep. We even said it. We always talk deeper than like normal people, even if we don't see each other for a while. And the crazy thing with her is, she said, when you talking about stories now, because we were talking about Bad Bunny, and Bad Bunny story was huge because people were so mad at Bad Bunny. And I was just like, damn, that's real. Like without all that, what is he saying? Where's he from? What's he? Without all that, it wouldn't have been as big. Isn't that crazy? So now the new formula, because we used to run off of a formula like, I want to see, this is back in the 80s, I want to see Michael Jackson perform. I want to see Prince. This is before all the crazy stuff. And then the formula switched to crazy. And now we got crazy. You only love it if it's crazy. You don't believe me? Kanye just announced one show in LA. They said he announced he could have sold $500 million in tickets, they said. $500 million. So what did he do? He announced the second show. He's like, I'm going to get some of that money. But, you know, you only got a cap if you're only doing one show. He's like, all right, I'll do 2. Probably don't want to go nowhere. Just get some easy cred, get some easy money. Crazy. Well, this story spun out of control and it got racial. You know it did. It did. You don't believe me? Believe me now? Dick Gregory over here. No, stop. What's up, Stephen A? This looks like Stephen A. I don't know what this is, but we're going to talk through it. Let's see. Somebody said it got racial.
This is a day that he deserves to be celebrated because he's one of the good guys that goes about the business of grabbing his lunch pail and showing up to work every day and doing what he can to be the best that he can be.
We're talking about Bam right now, right? That's him. In response to getting 83 points, Bam, a black man, a brother.
It just so happens that Ime Udoka, the head coach for the Houston Rockets, he has the soundbite of the day when told about Bam Adebayo's performance last night. He brought up the 43.
What do you call him? Oh. I'm on that liquid cocaine. What did he say? He said, what did he say? He said, Bam, ba, 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 ba. What did he call him? Oh, Teletubby. What did he say?
Free throws. And then he said, and it was against the Wizards. That's what he said, and that said it all. That's where I get it. But I'm not blaming Bam Adebayo for that. Congrats to him. It's his moment. I'm saying.
Okay. Now that's Bam going against the Wizards. Okay? A brother. Now we're going to flip it. Because, you know, these racial idolaters out here. Oh, my God. We're going to talk about Luka. He ain't a brother. He's my brother, but, you know, to brothers like Stephen A., we ain't brothers. They looking at race. So Luka ain't black. Let's just say that, okay? Let's hear the difference. And he scored 73, so he didn't even score as many points. So you shouldn't have as much hate. But watch this. Let's see. I haven't heard it. Let's go.
The fans don't want guys getting mugged and no fouls getting called. Right, okay. But the fans didn't want what we saw last night in Atlanta. Did you see that?
Are you sure?
I mean, that was a layup. That was just, listen, that was a
disgrace. Like the All-Star game.
The Atlanta Hawks, no wonder why y'all stink.
Oh. Now, nobody had more free throws than Bam, right? I think in this game that he's talking about with Luka, I think Luka, don't fact check me. Actually fact check me. I think he had 23 free throws, something crazy. Listen to this.
Did you see how they played defense last night? I mean, this is not This is not Joel Embiid, who played Billy Ball because you know what, you have a thin Victor Wembanyama on you. We understand that. We expect that. This is not a situation where Karl Anthony Towns dropped 58 in the first 3 quarters and then disappeared. It was an APB out for him in the 4th quarter and all of this other stuff. But the 50.
We dancing. We going around it. Talk to me. Get there. You know Stephen A, when he ever gives you compliments, you better duck. Here come the hate. He dancing right now. He about to go there.
8 points he scored in those first 3 quarters. A lot of those points, he was being challenged. This is not that. What transpired last night in Atlanta was disgraceful. It made me feel like, let's just go out and get somebody that don't want. You don't have to play defense. All you got to do is play offense. You don't have to play defense. That's what the hell took place in Atlanta.
There's 2 ways you could take this. 99% of me says he's like, what the hell are you talking about, dog? He just scored 73. Show the man some love, some flowers. And he's thinking, Woj is like, man, this is gonna retire me. This is the stuff I can't deal with. Look at these reserved hands. Look at these corporate capitalist hands that everybody got. The Puritan hands of like, I gotta hide my real feelings. Or there's 1% of me saying he like, I taught this boy well. He know what he doing.
To last night, there's a difference. Don't tell me anybody wants that. No, you don't want to change it and go back to old times. But in the same breath, you don't mean for it to resemble the first 3 quarters at NBA All-Star Weekend, which is what last night looked like in Atlanta, Georgia. The Hawks, you should be ashamed of your damn self. You really should.
Blah, blah, blah. I could either say that was a misdemeanor or that's not a felony. Like Stephen A, the headline, he went there. He certainly gave it a different complexion, pun intended, in his analysis. With Bam, celebrate him, even though Washington wasn't playing no defense. Celebrate him, even though Washington was tanking, or whatever. Celebrate him, even though Washington started fouling everybody else. Like, celebrate him. But then when Luka does it, it's like, nah. Forget him. It's them. And people were pointing out, well, why the difference in analysis? It can only be one thing. Stephen A, you've given us enough ammunition in your reputation to say it was racial. I don't know if it was in that exact moment. I don't like to do that. You know, I don't think it was Ryan Clark felony. I think it was Stephen A's misdemeanor, something like that. You know how it goes. So let's read a little bit. NBA media critics. No. You know what? I'm going to save that one. Because of time, I know how it's going to go. But I want you to check this headline because we're going to do this probably tomorrow. NBA media critics got incredibly sanctimonious. That's a good word. Whoever made that word up, the day they made that one, I know he went to the bar and it's like, rounded me, I say. I made a word today, sanctimonious. About Bam Adebayo's 83-point game. Okay, we're going to do that another time. I'm going to save it because this Bam topic ain't going nowhere. But to that point, this is my point. How the hell y'all sitting back at home at the crib, chilling, hating on Bam? Right? I'm going to say that too. I'm going to save something for tomorrow. I want to talk about why y'all hating on Bam. Ooh, I think I know why.
I think the Kobe fans are going to call this disrespectful no matter what. There's a sentimentality that comes with Kobe Bryant now, especially. So that's going to be a tough. You're not going to win him over.
Let me say this, Beetle. If you are a true Kobe Bryant fan and you respect Kobe Bryant, you know that Kobe Bryant relentlessly haunted records in history. Yeah. And he wanted those things. That's what we signed up for. We signed up to be competitors.
Yes, talk. You ain't signed up to be chilling. This. If you listen to Lou Williams right now, you start to understand sports in a whole different dimension. You start to realize things like, oh, Steph Curry and Kevin Durant playing together and Kevin Durant looking better than Steph Curry was not by accident. It was on purpose because he was better. You don't start to say, nobody gets into the shotgun seat. No one is the passenger on purpose. It's because you have to be. Somebody else's purpose took your purpose away and said, drop it a notch. LeBron and Dwayne Wade together, drop it a notch. I know you insane by yourself. I know you insane when I'm on another team, but together, give me the keys, dog. Just give me the keys. I've never played 1 ounce of sports where somebody was like, I'm going to defer enroll to you, but I'm better than you. No, it doesn't happen. It could be, I will give you opportunities, but you know this is mine because I'm better than you. Better than you always is that. It looks at Kobe and Shaq differently. If you look at it like he's saying, that's why he hunted Shaq. Kobe hunted records. He hunted his teammates. Hey, dog, I love to win, but I love to be the reason we win. You okay? He went after his own teammate. Don't get started now. Look at sports that way. And if you don't or you didn't, that's another reason why your ass didn't go as high as you could have. Because you ain't got the mentality. Another thing my homegirl said last night, Moretta said her dad used to play tennis with her. And she was like, even when he got older and she was competing, she was a real tennis player. She's like, her daddy would beat her. He would just show up in the station wagon, grab the tennis racket out the trunk, just show up, got some old Converse on and just wear her out. And then she'd be like, I can't understand why you keep beating me. He'll always go like this. She said he would go like this. You ain't got the mentality. Dog, ain't nobody mentality to take no backseat.
That's what we are. So if you truly respect Kobe Bryant, you knew that he had the Mamba mentality. I promise you, he was going to get that 100 points. He wasn't thinking about Wilt Chamberlain. He was thinking about going to get a record. That's who he was as a competitor. That's who he is. That's why we love him, because he was relentless in trying to be the best that he can be. He wouldn't dare stop somebody short of being the best that they can be because of his record being in the way. He wouldn't dare do that. So anybody looking at it as a disrespectful thing towards Kobe Bryant, we're just kind of having revisionist history here. Like,
more than revisionist history. I can't say the other R word, but y'all know what it is. Mm-hmm. We sound ignorant. Kobe doesn't have the record. Why we keep talking about Kobe? All right, who is second place? FloJo got the world record. What's the second fastest? What is it? I don't know, Sha'Carri or something? Ain't nobody trying to break Sha'Carri's second place record. What? It's FloJo or bust.
That man wanted to cut everybody's heads off. Everybody's heads off. So if you respect him and you cherish him and you love him the way that you do, just know he would have hunted anybody and anything that was in his way of making history. Simple
You were
and
there?
plain.
You were there for the 50 shots?
And I guarantee, and he was going for 100. He wanted 100. There's nothing wrong with that. We are competitors. All of these records are meant to be broken. All of these things are meant to be passed. We are competitors at the end of the day.
Thank you. And Leg said it too. Blah, blah, blah. Leg said it too. That's why Kobe didn't get the 100. They were playing them straight up. They were playing them for real. Come on. And shout out to Lou Will. I'll see him tonight. We have our all-star game for our little itty bitties, our 5 and 6 year olds out there. His son, a beast. My daughter, a beast. And so we're going to go at it tonight. It's going to be fun. But they playing full court, so it's not going to be fun. All these, oh, man, don't get me started. I'm about to talk about people. Y'all got to start coaching, y'all. And parents got to start parenting. Damn it. Y'all got to demand and expect more out of your kids. Too many times, I'm like, these kids can actually pay attention if you actually pay attention to them while they're paying attention. They just going to be all over the place. You got to be like, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. It's like you're grabbing a bunch of mice. Real spit. All right, so they finally got video of Bam talking about his record. And here we go. This is it. Breaking Kobe's record, I guess. Kobe's record. Respect, but come on, y'all. This is it. This is hilarious.
Having to say a fucking word. Nigga, get these numbers every quarter. No threes, no free throws. You guaranteed these points. Now then you put that in, you say, I can get 81. If I factor this in, I got 15 in the first. That was easy. Wasn't doing nothing. It was easy. I was just.
What 81 you talking about?
Kobe's 81.
Boy, it's out the mud. We got Rashad McCown.
Kobe's 81. Kobe's 81. Without having to.
I had to bring the classic back. You know, on this show, we ain't going that deep. We ain't going to get mad at each other. It ain't that deep, damn it. Fighting over Kobe legacy, respect, rest in peace to the great, and then we gonna get mad at each other. Shut up. We ain't fighting over this. But beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys are thinking, because we do have to talk about fights. And Ronda Rousey, she wants some smoke. She almost mad that she ain't on the UFC card. And she fighting on Netflix. Girl, you got that guaranteed money, girl. Don't be tripping. Don't be mad at them. Shoot. Shout out to everybody I see here. Little Big Man, Courtney Miller, TC210, I see you. All Big Cheese, Aroni, all you guys. Randy Marsh, I see y'all. Y'all ain't talking about nothing, but I see y'all in these comments. I'm stopping. I'm not reading comments no more. Because I'll literally be talking about Ronda Rousey right now, and I read a comment, and somebody be like, man, Cheetos be smoking Doritos. And I'll be like, what are y'all talking about? But that's the comment section. I love it too much. Murphy Roberts, salute to you as well. Francisco Aguilera, took you long enough to get your butt up in here. Wake up on time next time. Damn it. Dog, I went to bed last night. I don't know what time it was. 12, 1 o'clock. My body clock said 3:53. 3:53. My alarm goes off at 3:59. I was like, damn it. Can't sleep in for nothing. Can't sleep in. Well, Ronda, you can't fight in the UFC for nothing. For nothing.
He knows the White House card sucks. Like he knows that they were pushing this for over a year, and it fell extremely short of expectations.
Ooh, boom, boom, bump, Jay-Z. I hear that ether beat coming. I got to break this up because this is Netflix, but it's a social account. I don't know. I'm trying to rig the game right now. If I get shut down, y'all know what it is. Bad boy.
I mean, he was so upset about it. He was talking about a fight falling out the day before. You know, it's I can guarantee you he's not happy with it either.
Yeah, that's real. When Dana White was talking about imagine this. You got your big White House card and you about to announce it and you say, man, this has been the toughest card I ever put together. And then all the reports of how much it's going to cost and they're not going to make money. Then he comes out and he says, I just had a fight fall out just now. People tell on themselves, right? She's right on this one. She's like, Dana leaking out, he ain't really happy with these Christmas gifts.
And he's the one that taught me through example to speak my mind. I mean, it's
yeah, but you also ain't speaking your full mind. Your full mind is, I wish it would have worked out and I could have been there, but it ain't. Okay, that's your full mind, but it is what it is. Okay, let's look at this crowd real quick. Who's there for a UFC? Oh, they are into it, though. So they right across, there's the Clippers arena right there that looks like Six Flags. Don't it look like the damn Viper or something? Like, no, it's just an arena. Okay, I see the crowd. It's crazy. Like, look at media now. One, media looks almost as fresh as the people on the stage. That's part one. It ain't no more old fat dude. Well, he not fat. It ain't no more old fat dude sitting there saying, Roger Kudos, LA Express, Marcellus, with the old tape recorder. Now they just got their phones. Look like they about to go hang out. Real spit. I like my man right here. Look like he can fight. I don't know what. He just look like he a special ops. Let's go.
Used to be that UFC was the best place that you could come in combat sports to make a living and be paid fairly. And now it's no longer. It's one of the worst places to go. Why so many?
Whoa! Wait a minute. Maybe she got lost in the moment and got a little extreme. One of the worst places. Y'all need to start putting these pay arrangements out for UFC, because I'm getting sick and tired by saying how much they not making and not telling me the numbers. They ain't making no money. How much? They ain't not making no money.
Of their top athletes are leaving to go and find pay elsewhere. It's why their champions like Valentina are selling pictures of their titties on OnlyFans. Don't
do that. It's girls in the WNBA doing that too, ain't it? Right? That big old tall fine girl. Ain't one of them? Is she still in the WNBA? That big old fine girl? All I know is she big. At a certain point, if you over 6 feet and you in shape, it's hard to be ugly to me as a woman. I think they are the most beautiful people on this planet. Big old gigantic girls. Now it's part because my mama was big, so I'm probably, some Oedipus complex or some crazy stuff. I don't know. Freud somewhere saying, yep, that's what I was talking about in that book. Yeah, so I don't know.
These people are, a lot of them at the ground level, they can't support their families. They're living poverty level, fighting full time.
Okay. This can't be true. And if I'm Dana White, I got to come out and say something. Okay, I got to say something. All right, and I love this COVID distancing that we're doing right here. I don't know what the hell, why y'all so far away, but get it. It's fresh, great setup, insane. Netflix got that dough. Look at that. And that's Ario. Shout out to him.
I can't lie to y'all. Let's be real. Fellas, are we over this now? I'm kind of over this. I'm not trying to be Luke Cornett and act like, I don't want Magic City Monday promotions, but I'm kind of over the girl who is obviously there for the upper body skills they possess and just be like, I'm at a press conference. Like, it ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if you wake up like me, 3:53. At 3:53, I do not want to wake up and be at the strip club. No. Now, if I don't go to bed, and then I'm like, it's 3:53. He's like, you want to go strip club? Yeah. But I don't want to wake up to that. You get it? I don't need to, everywhere you go, you don't need to see what you want to see. Not here. I don't know. I think it's a dated model, but go ahead.
This company just got $7.7 billion. Like, there's no reason that they can't afford to pay their athletes at least a living wage, and not even that, to at least be able to match what these athletes are making in other sports.
Without numbers, I can't even give you a blah, 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 but I'll do it. Blah, 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 because I love Ronda Rousey. She's one of the first athletes that I really was really fresh. I thought her personality was insane. Like, you do these interviews. She came on Sports Nation a bunch of times, but she came on there early. Like, she wasn't Ronda Rousey. So, we used to always break, like, talent for the ESPN. Weird stuff, like break the new up-and-coming athletes. And she came on, I was like, dog, she just had a personality though. But, life happens. And I can't get with your plight if you don't say it right. And I'm listening tonight, but what you're saying is not in my sight. So I just might say, all right. What are you talking about? Numbers. I hate when people talk about numbers and they ain't saying the number. Like Coach said, if you're going to talk crazy about somebody, all you need is the name and number. Say his name and number. Don't be saying, hey, we suck. No, who sucks? Because it could be you too. Names and numbers. She didn't say one number. Now, it's weird they never say that. That NDA must be strong. That's all that got to be. I'm sorry, Ronda. You can't say the number. So then stop talking about the people. Good Lord. Good Lord. All these fights. Netflix knows it got the model, though. It got the Paul brothers out there eating down. They got Ronda Rousey coming back. Francis Ngannou. Gronk won a part of it.
$1 million each in escrow. And Logan Paul had the WWE owner call him and say, oh, you can't do it, Logan Paul. What if you get hurt? I just feel like he backed out, and that was just his excuse. Like, he should have just came out and said, actually, I don't want to do it. But instead, he had backup.
Remember Logan Paul? I challenge anybody, all you football players out there, put $1 million up. Let's go. Them football players was like, say less. Like, what you want? First of all, you can't talk to a football player and challenge him. You know why? He plays football. And you think boxing is hard? And it is. Football's hard too. I'm not going to say harder, except we got to do this on Wednesday and Thursday. I've been to boxing training camps and stuff. Y'all ramp up, and y'all only do it for 6 weeks. Then other than that, if you could be a boxer, a professional, and have some off time like that, right? You get it. We got an off season as well, but when we playing, which is what, for months? Yeah. Right? We going at it. What y'all got? 36, 45 minutes of, we got 60 of it. We going to war. We hit. Challenge us for what? I'm used to hitting and getting hit in weird places too. Ain't no below the belt in football. That's where we start.
And then he puts the call online as well, like, hey, look, I can't do it because WWE said I can't do it. Like, that's the biggest crap of all time. I mean, you don't just call people out and then it happens and then you back out. Like, that just shows that he's a flake. And on top of it, I saw that he was actually commenting as well that he could whoop my ass.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
Let's take a look at it first. Come on.
Go to the tape.
Gronk won't smoke. I thought this was a joke. He won't smoke. I don't know about that, Gronk. Look, if I had to bet Logan Paul versus Gronk a big old dude and he can move, but I don't know. That training in boxing is a whole different animal. If you ain't trained, you about to get knocked out.
Tom Brady calling me a to Gronk of all people, who I beat up all of his brothers back to back to back.
Oh, is this your
literally in a boxing ring? The Gronks lined up, and I beat them up back to back to back. And guess who didn't step in there to prove himself? Mr. Gronk himself.
Gronk ain't happy though. This is why this dude Hall of Famer next year, right? Oh my God, look at Gronk like that shit wasn't funny.
Gronk, what would you like to say to Logan?
Well, I didn't step in that ring that time when he fought my brothers, because I was actually in the middle of playing, in the NFL, and I didn't say I was going to do it, and or anything. Like, if I'm going to say I'm going to do it, then I'm going to do it. But if Logan Paul wants a piece of me, we're both playing in the flag football game on March 21st in LA, and I can tell you this, okay? Yeah. The last time players talk trash to me on a football field. I threw someone out of the club. I broke necks. I laid out defensive ends. I pummeled safeties. No one can tackle me. So if Logan Paul wants a piece of me, I'm down to throw it down on the field and even throw, my fist and just go at it, all-out brawl on the flag football field. I don't care it's flag football. And it's
now you don't turn this into that promotion. I knew it. Blah, blah, blah. I knew it. I got suckered. Damn, my mouth was open. As they say, my mouth was open. Can't do that. Can't do it. Can't let you have it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Oh, man. All right. So, it's a model. All I'm saying is, as much as you like, enough of this, it's a model. It's a model that's going to continue to work because we are attracted to star power. They have rigged the game to where attention is currency now. And it's just the way it is. The way it is. Okay, speaking of attention, sometimes you watch these shows, I don't care what show it is, they know how to get attention. They know how to go viral. Now, as the watcher, the viewer, we're like, is this real or is this fake? It's hard to tell because we know that they know the formula to being popular. Just act stupid, act crazy, yell at each other, make something racial, right? But we still get suckered by it because we don't know if it's real or fake. Y'all break this one down. Tell me what happened on Gills Arena, real or fake?
Gil, we will start with you. Looking at what this Hornets have been able to accomplish since January 22nd, are the Hornets for real or fugazi?
Since January 22nd?
They've been 16-3 since the 22nd.
And you said they're the hottest team?
They have the best record over that stretch in that 19-game span, 16-3.
Okay. So what is the Spurs? Because you said they was the hottest team. I'm trying to figure out which one is the hottest.
No, Spurs had a very hot February, sir. Went 11-0 in that.
Got to catch it. Did y'all catch it already? Kenyon we on that bush already. Kenyon the first one. He's like, uh-oh. You know what it is. Bad boy. You know what it is. So deaf. That's when you're like, oh. This is what I always talk about when it comes to chemistry. And Max Kellerman comes to mind and Stephen A. Smith. And then Stephen A. Smith comes to mind when he's with Skip Bayless. You know how Skip Bayless would say anything and Stephen A. was there to just lift it up, even though it was some BS or to beat it up, but he was engaging with it. Like either I'm going to beat up what you just said, Skip, or I'm going to pump up what you just said, Skip, but that's us engaging. That's why they were so dynamic. But then you saw Max and Stephen A., and you just saw how Stephen A. was dismissive. Like, I don't want to. Oh, you crazy. Oh, and so you got to be a teammate. This is not just a podcast. It's a team. Now watch how this team starts to act.
Particular month.
Okay. So where we at? So from a certain date, they're the hottest from that date.
16-3 in those last 19 games.
But in the last 10 games, who's the hottest? Who's the hottest in the last 10 games?
Okay, but we're not talking about the last 10 games. We're talking about the last 19.
Okay, we got two of them. We two. We losing teammates. Everybody in on it. They like, oh, God, what's wrong? It's the unspoken. That's why offensive linemen are so good when they're together for a while. They ain't even got to say nothing. We know what's going on. We know what to do. We know what we feeling. And right now, it's starting to get contagious.
So we're just picking certain games to make them the hottest?
What? Their record in that span. Well, their record in that 19-game span would make them the hottest team in the league, as I've already said.
Man. So on today's video, man, we got to talk.
Oh, you can't break down a video I'm breaking down. But nah, he did a good job of it. Let me get to some more of it. Is there some more here? Let me see.
Drama,
he's still. I love this dude too. He's smart. He actually doesn't have his face out there. He just be talking. He be saying he don't really go there in a great way, but he he ain't got to deal with no smoke. Who are you talking about? I don't know this dude.
Since we know there's not just one hot, there's two, because he said it yesterday too. I wasn't wrong.
The only thing we know is I picked both of these teams, so just move on with it.
I can care what. I don't give a fuck what you.
Both of them on my team, so it don't even matter. Just go ahead and give them credit. Give them credit.
This is between me and Josiah on his wordplay. But I'm glad you inserted yourself. When it's your turn, then you can go.
These computers got cats acting different, right? Think about it. All 5 of them are in front of a computer. Oh, you know I got these Twitter fingers. I got these gangster enemy. I mean, look, even King Gangster, my dog, Kenyon, like, I'm chilling, man. What's up? Like, what are we doing? I'm not about to fight y'all and be mad at y'all. I got a fish tank in the background. Chill. You know, get your zen on. But they really feeling it. Like on that couch. This is interesting. Keep going.
Now,
it should have been my turn already. You spent 5 minutes avoiding the question.
Then go.
Avoiding the question.
Say the question again, Josiah, so we can.
Are the Hornets for real or fugazi? Right. Over the last 19 games, though, they have the best record in the league. So I'm just giving you guys facts. Do the information what you want to do with it.
When I started off,
just do what you want to do with it.
Weird shit, right? So.
Hey, Josiah, when have you ever had to explain this? This question. You've asked this question over 40 times in the last 4 years. We never had to explain what's real or fugazi.
I realized how he asked questions. It gets you arguing with people for no reason.
See how well they play together, though? Like, even if this is a moment of contention, obviously. Like, Gil is on one right now. Gil's like, look, I'm about to screw this in so tight that it's not even gonna work well because it's too tight. Like, why you did you hear your third syllable? I don't know what that means, right? So, and the Josiah is a pro. Look how he keeping that poker face. Well, y'all can't see it. Let me give it to you. So look at that. And now we know them teeth are clenched because he's like, man, if this fool don't hurry up. Right? But at the same time, it is what it is. Continue.
So it's your fault, though. It's your fault.
I'm responsible. When I answer the question, so I don't have to hear him go, what makes them real and what makes them fugazi? What place?
Do you feel like the Hornets are a playoff team?
Yeah, you're not gonna bait me so I can say something. Your turn, Nick.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Let me stop right there because I know they're going to go wilder. What the hell is going on in Gills Arena? Everybody talking that craziness. Everybody talking about it. They were like, yo, Gil is on one right now. And I have been watching, since they've been doing this like Zoom session, Gil just be doing something else. Like he don't be in it and they be like, what? What we doing? Okay, let's talk. Like Gil got 25 hours in a day. That's why. I think Gilbert got 25 hours in a day. He all over the place. But being real, let me do a little analysis. A lot of contracts are up this year for this crew. And I think right now you're starting to see cats as like negotiating being together and not being together and not saying every step of that process because you can't. I took a meeting today and they were talking about me. I took a meeting today and they were talking about we. I took a meeting today and they were talking about doing your own thing and building something like, and then you're like, and then you got to go to work and you'll be like, that's why cheating, infidelity, it's not the act. It's not just the, oh, it's not that. It's the fact that you now have integrated your mind. You have emotionally connected to somebody that it ain't gonna just turn off like that. So then when you go home to your wife, and then she's like, baby, can you put that up? And you're like, I just left somewhere where they weren't asking me to do shit. That's why you shouldn't go to Colombia, y'all, and all them places. I know y'all ain't stupid, you passport bros. Be careful. You're gonna have a ball out there, single, go out there and act a donkey. You're gonna come back here, you're gonna be a donkey. You're gonna be an ass. Because you ain't gonna wanna put up with nothing. Like, did you just see what I just went through? I just met a 11. That girl was an 11. She wasn't a 10, she was an 11. And all she said was, thank you, puppy. I like you, you're so cute. Then you come to America and the girl like, sit down. You're like, oh, hell no, I'm going back to Colombia. Real spit. All right, beat up in the comments. Let's talk because we still ain't done. Oh, y'all thought it was over? No, Tom Brady hates the Patriots and Bob Kraft, I heard. Randy Moss still talking that basketball. What makes men happy versus what makes women happy? Well, Columbia makes men happy. Does Columbia make women happy? I got a homegirl who just came back from Columbia, so don't think it's just the dudes out there. Real spit. Let's get into this real quick. Talk to me.
Do you remember the narrative around Tom Brady throughout his career? That he was never the highest paid quarterback in the NFL and that he was always playing on a discount?
Now, that's not true, because I remember the years that Tom Brady was the highest paid. I don't know. It was like 06, 07, that world. Fact check me. But I do remember like, oh, Brady got paid. And then it immediately switched back because it was helping him in that Peyton Manning conversation. And it was the Patriot way and all of that stuff, right? So there was a time where Tom Brady was like, give me my dough. I'm a normal player. And then it was like, nah, let me be Captain America. And then when he became Captain America, the only thing that was a play was he's like, I'm taking less so this team could be great. And make sure you pay Wes Welker. And when Wes Welker didn't get paid by them and then he went to Denver, all hell broke loose. That's the way I remember it. You tell me, Danny.
Is it crazy to think that Robert Kraft said, hey, one day you take care of me, I'll take care of you? I don't think it's that crazy to think that Tom Brady, whether it was official, whether it was a handshake deal, or whether it was just insinuated, that Tom Brady would have thought, yeah, I played at a discount for you guys for, 10, 15 years. You guys will take care of me on the back end. And then when he went to go cash in on that offer, either there was a misunderstanding in exactly how much that would be, and he could get a bigger piece of the Raiders, or it was completely off the table.
Wow. Now, Dave Portnoy says Tom Brady wanted ownership in New England Patriots. Wow. That does make sense, doesn't it? I never thought about this. I don't know why. I was sleeping on this one. Why would Brady want to be a Vegas Raider? Like, think about it. Like, other than Vegas, but Brady ain't got that personality. Like, it's a sick organization, sick fan base, great location. Stop it. You Patriot way. And he ain't. And then he went anti during this Super Bowl. That sucker was in there tomorrow. Made the best team win. Like, what? Let me find out Justin Herbert and the Chargers finally went to the Super Bowl. Ain't no best team win. My team better win, dang it.
Danny, you've solved the mystery.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's agent, I think, was Don Yee.
Yep.
For a long time. I think
that same agent was Jimmy G's agent. Isn't that crazy? Remember that? And he was it Kraft's agent? He was 3 major figures in there in that organization. Don Yee.
Your explanation makes so much sense. When you play that many years, giving the team the financial break so that they could build a roster. And look, he did that, and they still didn't give him all the pieces for a long time.
And then the public thing was, his wife's a supermodel. Remember, Giselle was like, he can take a discount because his wife is a supermodel, is the highest paid supermodel in the world, so he can do this.
You imagine they use your girl against you in a negotiation? Because they know, like, they use it in perception. They're like, we're going to give you this and this and this. They're not going to tell you because Giselle make money. They're just going to let the public say it. And the public will be like, why are you being so greedy? Your wife makes $50 million a year. What are you doing? For taking pictures, too. Instagram girls, shut up. That lady made $50 million a year taking pictures. Good Lord.
I always thought that was a total sham as well. Like, I don't think any player would take a discount just because his wife is super successful. The reason you would take a discount is because you had a deal in place for one day to become an owner. So I absolutely think there's also the part of me that just being that super competitive guy of why you would refuse Maxx Crosby any sort of trade to the Patriots, why he took Stafford over Drake May. I think it is sort of that deep down, he wants to be the GOAT, which I don't think anyone's ever going to challenge Tom Brady, but he doesn't want to have anything look like it was close to the same amount of success that he had with the Patriots.
Yeah, I could see him feeling like, hey, you guys owe me, and Robert Kraft and his son Jonathan Kraft was like, well,
nepotism wins once again. I love you, Brady, but what's your last name again? What? Brady? Kraft? Too many syllables.
I'll give you 1% of the team.
Right.
And Tom's like, oh, you're going to treat me like Serena Williams or one of these rappers, Jay-Z or whatever. I'm out here risking my life for you. If I'm Tom Brady, it's not just the financial discounts. I guarantee you Tom Brady's sitting there saying, hey, man, you guys were a problem for me and Giselle and my approach to everything that I gave and sacrificed for. Whatever led to their divorce, it probably started in New England with
the Patriot way is towards divorce.
Him just going all in with Belichick. The thing that I praise him for the most is like he surrendered to Belichick and the Patriots organization and went all in, and he feels like Bill Belichick did me wrong. He wanted me out of there at the end. And then and Robert Kraft, who was probably in my, Tom, I really don't want to do this. Or, I'm on your side. Bill's wrong.
Playing good cop, bad cop. Don't ever get played like that, and we all do. You having that meeting with Belichick, he's like, yeah, you look good, Tom, but, I believe in letting people go a year early instead of a year late. I don't know what to do with you, man. What you thinking? All right, and then you walk out the meeting all pissed, like, damn, Belichick's really thinking about moving on? And then you see Kraft in the hallway. He's like, hey, Tom, right on time, too. Perfectly on time. Shout out to Columbia Lion Bob Kraft, but I got to do this scenario. And then he walking up, and he's like, you okay? You looking a little down. He already keyed up. Belichick already buzzed him. Bzz, got him lit. Got him on it. And then Kraft walk up to him like, what just happened? And he's like, oh, no, nothing. No, tell me. No, it's all good. Come on, Tom, it's you and I. You're gonna be my partner sooner or later. So like we gotta work through these things. Okay. Well, Belichick and I were just talking, and it seemed like he was kind of wanting to turn the page on me. I don't know. He was like, what? Bill wants to turn the page on you? Damn it! I told him never to think like that. And more importantly, never to say that to you. I will handle this. Jonathan, meet me in my office. Soon Brady walk away, he like, it worked, Jonathan. It works. Good cop, bad cop. I don't know.
I'm your guy. And then when push came to shove, Robert Kraft, even like, nah, man, I got my own kid and we're not giving you anything of significance.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh, my God. Yo, that was good. Shout out to Danny Snell. Shout out to Whitlock. That was good. That blew my mind. I can't lie. That should have been in the beginning of the show. What the hell? I'm about to clip that off. I'm writing that down. Why Brady really? Ooh, it ain't going to do numbers because maybe. I don't know. Sometimes when you just clip it out and put it somewhere, they be like, man, just replay. I ain't doing that. Brady. Why Brady hates the Patriots. Damn, that's deep. This is deep. Good stuff, Wiley. Good analysis. Way to chime in, Wiley. And shout out to everybody in the chat. And this is beautiful. This is why I like this. Somebody just wrote, I know he can't see this, but Clip City, Chip City, Don Dada, 9528. I did see it. See? That's why it's good to get up with me at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm with y'all. I'm rocking with y'all. Okay. You know us, though. We on a time clock. We don't play that. The itty bitties get up. And we got to talk through it. Ooh, we got to talk about this CTE. Is CTE even real? There was a conversation about that. I want to get into that, but not today. I'm saving some of these topics. Let me give you this real quick since we were talking a little bit of football. How y'all feel about this? You know me, I love competition. Who going to win this competition? Between Ian Rappaport, expected to work alongside Adam Schefter when NFL Network officially becomes an ESPN entity in May. ESPN will soon be able to control the NFL news transaction market when these two join forces. They got two different engines, two different cars. So they better work together because if not, it feel like Schefter going to try to run over in Rappaport. At the same time, in Rappaport, once again, a Columbia Lion, you know how we roll. Good luck trying to do that. We're going to outsmart you. It look like Adam going to try to outwork you, though. All right, we got to get this Randy Moss one in. This is hilarious. Let's go.
1994 West Virginia Player of the Year in football. Also won the West Virginia Player of the Year in basketball twice. You said you were more of a hooper. At what point did it transition? Did you know football was the future?
The summer of 94. Nike used to run a camp where they invite the best players around the country to a remote location and just ball for the weekend. I got the invite. I go to Nike camp and, I'm sitting up there not really feeling good about it because I'm seeing, Kevin Garnett. I'm just seeing guys, 6'7", 6'11", 7-footers. And so I'm sitting up here asking myself, can I compete? Do I belong here?
Damn, we always talk about that on this show, the balancing act between competition and confidence. This is Randy Moss, y'all. Insane athlete, obviously Hall of Fame, maybe the best receiver ever in that conversation for sure, top 3 ever. And he doubting himself. Now, he wasn't fully formed at that time, but as he's building himself, competition, yeah, let's go. Let's go to this Nike camp. Jesus, who are these giraffes? Who are these people? Are these mammals? And it's Randy Moss. Imagine how your ass would feel, how I would feel. Lord.
So at the time, we were sitting here talking about, keeping your options open of playing all the sports you can actually play. Well, I was a seasonal athlete. Whatever season it was, that's what sport I played. Those guys like Kevin Garnett, there was a guy by the name of Ron Mercer out in Tennessee, ended up playing for the Chicago Bulls. All those guys were all year-round gym rats. So that year, we ended up playing the team out of California that had the #1 ranked underclassman by the name of Shea Cotton.
Oh, Shea Cotton, that's the homie. Shout out to Shea Cotton out there in Long Beach. He a beast. He might have been the most famous high school player I knew. Like, it was insane how big time he was. Oh, keep going.
And he was a phenom. But anyways, we played them. He's a left-hander. Well, he embarrasses me. I come back. Yeah, I mean, he totally embarrassed me. This guy is an underclassman, but he's the #1 rated player in the country. But like I say, Kevin Garnett was the #1 rated player because he was a senior that year. Shea was, I think Shea was maybe a sophomore that year, but he's the #1 player. Anyways, I get embarrassed. So then I'm already feeling a certain type of way. Well, we get a rain delay. I'm on a court. Kevin Garnett's out there playing. So me and him somehow get into a one-on-one match. I asked Kevin, does he remember this? And he kind of looked at me. I was like, well, Kevin, I got great memory. I remember.
I remember like it was yesterday.
Ain't it crazy when you the one that took the L? You be like, boy, that L way bigger than all them W's you added up. Garnett like, nah, you a lunch meat. I don't know.
So using my speed with basketball, guys, I try to get to the rim and try to lay it up as high as I possibly could over the white box, okay? Kevin Garnett gets up on the basketball, Jason, and pins my ball with the palm of his hand. So I'm already feeling discouraged from Shea Cotton and what he did to me. And now Kevin Garnett did this to me. So then when I go back home, they say, hey, man, you went to Nike camp. Moss, how did it go?
Oh, man, this is amazing. And I got to tell y'all, all this is real and some. Keep going.
Said football player. That's what I'm going to be.
I said, man, I'm ready for football.
Yes, I am. And it's really a true story. I'm putting a little bit of humor into it, but at the same time, that was a true story that what happened to me that really changed my mind of playing basketball. And then it's like, dude, I don't even think I can compete with those guys. So let me stick to football.
Man, that's such a good story. Hey, that's real, too. Let me tell you why that's real. What do I always say to y'all? Don't mess with the NBA. At the top of the athletic pyramid is the NBA. Every single athlete ever wants to play in the NBA or wants to play basketball. The problem is it's only so much room at the top. So few people, so few space. So little space, right? Athletic pyramid. At the top, apex, little space, few people. That's the basketball world. Those are the best athletes. Don't even question me. Randy Moss just told you. If you want to question me, listen to what Randy Moss just told you. Okay? Real spit. So, the way to do it is try your best to be a basketball player. At minimum, you're going to be a better athlete. And some of you guys may get through and become what Randy Moss was trying to become, which is a basketball player. But they are special. They're different. So another thing I always tell you guys is what? No one chooses football. Football chooses you. Ain't nobody waking up talking about, you know what I want to do for a living? Hit somebody on Wednesday and then wake up Thursday and then Friday and then Saturday and then Sunday and then be sore and then do it again and more. No, but it is. We love it. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. At the same time, the ultimate choice is a different sport. It's basketball. But we all don't get chosen. So that's funny because he talks about, and you know in the NFL, how many guys are kind of good in basketball, really good in basketball, but not NBA level? T.O., Jimmy Graham, Julius Peppers, Tony Gonzalez, Antonio Gates, And then countless others that just got ball, but they just, they can play football like none other. Hall of Famers. If you can play basketball pretty good, you will be Hall of Fame worthy in the NFL. So it goes easy that way. Randy Moss made the right decision. Let me give you one guy who did a different way. He went the opposite way. Tough decision. Other than Charlie Ward. We know that, right? Name is Stace Boseman. For those who know, Stace Boseman, kind of like Shea Cotton, one of them types, phenom. You want to hear this? Okay, so I think USA Today only had one or two, max, number one rated in the country in football and at the same time, number one rated in the country in basketball. Some guy that went to UNC, it could have been McCants, somebody like that. It's a guy that went to North Carolina, and I think he's the only one. Could be another one. Allen Iverson was ranked number one in basketball, number two in the country in football. Stace Boseman was ranked number one in football, number two in basketball. Chose to go to USC and play what? He went the other way, basketball. Damn it. Like 6'4", 200. He felt like he ran a 4.3 when he was 4 or 5 years old. I don't know. But he was my teammate. Let me give it to you like this. We're going to get out of here. He was my teammate. I was 8 years old. The first year I ever played football in my life. 7, 8 years old. I show up. I'm the fastest thing everybody's ever seen at this age. I'm that little ashy kid that everybody like, yo, play football. You too fast. You too crazy. You running into cars. You are good. And I show up and I'm like, all right, I'm going to be a running back. And they're like, yeah. And I told you, this is how my coach used to start off every season. He like, line up. Everybody lined up. And he's like, all right, run to the fence. And we had to run from Darby Park to the fence where the Hollywood racetrack was in Inglewood. Run to the fence. And we run to the fence. And he said, all right, turn around. This race counts. Top 4, you are our running backs. The rest of y'all, figure out a way to block for them. Said, go. I win, I think. But there's so many of us. I won every other year. But there's so many of us and we so spaced out. And you know when you pass the finish line, you like this and you can just feel it. Guess who was there? Stace Boseman. Think Stace beats me. I think he beat me. But the point is, it sounds better if I think, not that he really did. That year, and I'm me. I am a top 5 Pop Warner running back ever. I was insane as a running back. Real spit. I mean, I was a national track champion playing football who ain't scared. I was stupid. Stace was all that plus 20, plus 2,000. He had 44 touchdowns. We only played 10 games. I had like 20, 28. And I'm a killer. I'm his fullback. I said, hell no. So no lie, that whole offseason, I played basketball. I sucked at basketball. I quit basketball I ain't quit. We won a championship, and I was like, I'm not playing this again. I'm not that good. I scored 4 points the whole year. You fast forward, we got to sign up again. This is before cell phones, y'all. We ain't talking to everybody about their life. We ain't saying, what's up, Stace? You good? What you doing this summer? You working out? None of that. You just show up to registration, you figure it out then. I show up, and I'm now in the same division, but I'm at the top of the division. And can't lie to y'all. The whole time I'm sitting there registering for the Inglewood Mohawks, I'm thinking, I hope Stace ain't on my team. Real spit. Because I wanted to be the man. Kobe and Shaq. I was like, dog, he's Shaq. I can't. And literally I remember signing up and I was walking and I saw Stace and I was like, what's up, Stace? He's like, what's up, Marcel? What you doing? He's like, who you playing for? And I'm thinking like, what you mean who I'm playing for? I'm playing for the Mohawks. And he was like, oh, I'm moving up. I never smiled so much on the inside. I was like, you moving up? What you doing? He's like, oh man, I'm gonna play up with them dudes. I'm gonna play on the Aztecs. Yes. So I feel you, Randy Moss. He made my decision easy. It was hilarious, man. Oh my God, that is so good. I can tell y'all countless stories like that, but I love it when it comes from a different place, a different source. Love to you guys, man. All right, you know how the game goes. Make sure you guys rock with your boy going forward. Oh, no, we got to do this. Since we in this mode, we got to be sentimental. Let's see my son go get it. Let's go.
Some people chase dreams.
Come on, Biscuit.
Not for the attention. Not for the fame. But the proof.
Oh, that's my boy. Look at this. This is so dope. Like and subscribe to this channel. I ain't said that once today. And make sure you become a member.
A kid from Compton could write his own story. You might see a game, but I see the only way out. Every single rep. Every single breath. And every single yard is a promise paid back in full. Woo! I've got more on the line.
Come on, man. I'm going to leave it right there. Blah, blah, blah. Love for you guys. That is sick. I love that image too much. Y'all have an amazing day, man. Let's do it again tomorrow. Why not? We here. Let's go. Peace.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.